Hello everyone. Today we Kiansh and
Me, Arnav.
are going to tell you about architecture. What is architecture? Architecture is both the process and the product of planning, designing, and constructing buildings or other structures. An architect is a person who plans, designs, and oversees the construction of buildings. Some of the best architects of all time are Frank Gehry, Frank Lloyd Wright, and in India we have Vimal Patel and P.V. Doshi. In India, we have diversity in everything. The same is with architecture.
Some types of architecture in India are temple architecture, Somnath Temple, Mughal architecture, Taj Mahal, Persian architecture combined with Islamic architecture, Humayun's tomb, Indo-Saracenic revival architecture, Victoria Memorial, rock-cut cave architecture, Kailash Temple, Indian vernacular architecture, Bhimkali Temple, Dravidian architecture, Vithla Temple, Kalinga architecture, Lingaraja Temple, Vesra architecture, Doda Baspa Temple, Rajput architecture, mainly forts and palaces, colonial architecture, Gateway of India. These all can be classified into three broad types mainly: Nagara or the northern style, Vesra or the mixed style, and the Dravidia, which is of southern style. Today we will be talking about Jaipur, the pink city of India, which is famous for its monuments and architecture. So let us talk about the monuments found in Jaipur. We all know that there are palaces situated on hills or maybe near the lake. But there is only one monument of India which is situated in between of the lake. And the name of that monument is Jal Mahal, which is situated in between of Mansagar Lake. It is noticed for its intricate architecture. The palace is built with red sandstone, is a 5-floor building of which 4 floors remain underwater. It is known for its Bengal type 1 rectangular chhatri. This fort is having the largest cannon and have the rich past history of how water was stored and how the battle were fought, and is also second largest fort of India. The name of this fort is Jagad Fort, situated on the hills called Chilkatila, Hills of Eagle. It overlooks the Amer Fort, in the present day as Jagad, which was actually the main defense structure rather than a palace itself. The fort was built by Jai Singh II in 1726 to protect the Amer fort. There is world's largest cannon, and the name of the cannon is Javana Cannon, and is having a museum where old weapon and dress of warrior Raja Savai Jai Singh II are kept. In this temple, we can find a nature spring which never dries and is also known as Monkey Temple. And the name of the temple is Galtaji Temple. Galtaji is an ancient Hindu pilgrimage where a natural spring emerges high on the hills and flows downwards, filling a kund in the temple. There are 7 tanks. The holiest is Galta Kund, which never goes dry. It was built by Diwan Rao Kripam, who was courtier of Savai Jai Singh II. This is a honeycomb structure building which was made for queens to see the outside view of the market without coming in contact with other people. And the name of this building is Hawa Mahal, which is also known as Palace of Wind or Palace of Breeze. This palace is having 365 windows, and some of the windows are having different color of mirrors. This palace was constructed by Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh in 1799, who was grandson of Savai Jai Singh II. There is a complex where 19 astronomical instruments are kept, and the name of this place is Jantar Mantar in Jaipur. Is a collection of 19 astronomical instruments built by the Rajput king Savai Jai Singh II. The monument was completed in 1734. It features the world's largest stone sundial and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is a palace where now also king lives. Here is a great architecture courtroom where walls are made up of real gold wash and chairs of kings is also made up of silvers. There is also a museum in it which is having large silver jugs and old weapons like old guns and swords. There are also Clock Tower and Mubarak Mahal in it. In Mubarak Mahal, there are old dresses of the king which were worn at the different times and different occasions. And the name of this palace is City Palace. There is a fort in which you can see how were the livings of the Rajput king, and the name of that fort is Amer Fort or Amber Fort. In this fort, there is a great art of vegetable gold printing and the great knowledge about how the king lived. There is also a Mahal in Amer Fort, and the name of that Mahal is Sheesh Mahal, in which you can see yourself in many mirrors. And this fort is a great visiting place to see the Rajput architecture. It was made by Raja Man Singh but was completed by Raja Savai Jai Singh II in 18th century. Nahargarh Fort, Albert Hall Museum, Patrika Gate, Samode Palace, Birla Mandir, Akshardham Temple, Ram Bagh Palace, Pana Meena Ka Kund, Shishodya Rani Garden, Ram Nivas. This was the information about architecture and monuments which are in Jaipur and about their architecture. Thank you.